Welcome back to another Telltale Books video. I'm Greg, and I'm continuing my coverage of Stephen King's latest short story collection, You Like It Darker. Moving on in this video to a short story titled Red Screen, which was actually published for free online on September 10th of 2021. So that puts it back to number 245 in my Stephen King bibliography. And so far I've been told there are more stories in here that were published online before You Like It Darker was put together, but Red Screen is the only one I am aware of, and the only one I can find that kind of information about. There are a couple other stories that have been documented. They're in my bibliography before You Like It Darker ever came out, but otherwise, most of the stories in that book, is, to the best of my knowledge, are first appearing in You Like It Darker, but not Red Screen. So it is just a short story and was first published at Humble Bundle on September 10th, 2021. And I did read it at that time. Basic synopsis: you got a guy named Lenny. He's being questioned in the murder of his wife, but he claims that his wife was already dead. So this is getting into some supernatural stuff again. Definitely a horror story, but also a thriller. And I don't want to say too much about it, because to say anything more, I'm just going to spoil it for you. And it is worth reading. It's a pretty good story. It's not one of King's best. I would say it's average for King. Not one of his best, not one of his worst, but pretty good. Although I found the ending to be kind of predictable. I think you're going to see the ending coming, but that doesn't necessarily ruin a story. Just because you're reading it and you go, "Oh, I know how this is going to end," and it does go down that road. It's still the journey, not the destination. Reading the story, getting there, following the characters, reading the prose, that's a lot of the fun of reading. If you only read books for the ending, well, you should just turn to the last chapter and read the last chapter and discard the book. Why read the whole thing? You read it because you want to take that journey along with the characters to wherever they're going. Sometimes it's going to be a surprise, sometimes it's going to be obvious, but it's always going to be enjoyable following them when you're reading a work by a good writer like Stephen King. So not a top tale, but definitely recommended to Stephen King fans that you don't skip this one. It's pretty good. That's all I have to say. Have you read Red Screen? Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Leave your thoughts in the comments. Don't spoil the ending. And come on back, because the next short story from You Like It Darker is going to be The Turbulence Expert. That will be my next Stephen King video going up, and I'm doing these all fairly close together. So I'm doing like 2-3 Stephen King a week until I get all the way through this book and Cujo, and have videos talking about those stories up here. So come on back for all that stuff. And until then, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you then.